Hi there, I'm Regin. I'm a rhythm guitar and the lead singer.
Hi there, I'm Alain. I'm the bassist of Ineptia.
We're Ineptia, doom metal band from Quebec City, Canada. Our concept is to mix doom metal with Gregorian chants. The band has been formed in June 2019 and so far we produced an EP which you can find on Bandcamp and a full-length album in Persona Stulti distributed on digital platforms such as Spotify and YouTube Music. Since the last 3 months, we've been forced to slow down our rehearsals and compositional activities, but we took profit of the quarantine to produce our first full-length album, which I think is a very good way to pass time.
I guess the current situation about the coronavirus in Canada is quite the same as elsewhere, meaning that we began to come back to a certain kind of normality without provoking a mass extinction. If this pandemic has to have a good side for all of us, it's that it forced us to slow our activities, good and bad. And I sincerely hope that we'll start from here to another way of living, more respectful for us as humans and for everything that's surrounding us on this planet.
As I said, In Persona Stulti has been produced during the quarantine. The most part of the songs on the album were composed before, but I decided to remain active during the lockdown and to work on those drafts that we worked on during the last year. As the other members of the band didn't have the opportunity to produce their tracks on their own at home, I performed all the instruments with all the limits that it induces to the results, since I'm not a bassist nor a keyboardist. For the drums, I hired a freelancer drummer for 2 songs and I used the playback drums tracks for others. I tried to infuse some mystical moods all along the album to fit the musical style and the Gregorian chants. That's the main concept of Ineptia, to sound like something spiritual and mystical without diving in a kind of promotion of religions or sectarian ideology, which is really not our intention. As I said, we don't intend to preach any kind of religious or spiritual philosophy, and that can be seen in our lyrics. Since they are in Latin and any of us speaks dead languages, we had to pick up our lyrics in what already exists in terms of Latin writings. Talking here about Latin phrases, kind of ancient proverbs coming from antique Rome. There are a couple of lyrics that are from us, such as Nikhil Morse, written by Alain.
I wrote the lyrics for Nikhil Morse because one of my friends was dying. It's about a deceased who asked to continue living as if they were still alive, to remember them as they were without embellishing what they were. The strangest thing is that my father died before my friend, so now when I read the lyrics or when we play the song, I see it more as a tribute to my father, so it's a very important song to me.
We translated it in Latin on Google Translate. Yes, you can translate in Latin on Google Translate. Very useful for us. The cover art is just a cool image of a guy that seems to suffocate behind an oppressive curtain, kind of a metaphor of human lives trapped in a system taking profit of them just to feed the wealthy of us. Once again, the cover art is participating in the mystical mood that we wanted to induce in the music and the branding of the band.
Au tout début, le chaos régnait en elle.
I don't know, internet gives us the opportunity to do so much on our own. but in the same time, there are people who have a better comprehension of the musical scene and industry than us. I think it can be a really good way to get more light on our work, to get a deal with an honest, dedicated, and respectful record label. I guess that a mix of both, doing it by ourselves and get help by a label, is a must nowadays, since labels don't want to do all alone. They're always asking some involvement from the bands. Ineptia is a newborn band with only a year of existence, and we didn't have opportunities to gig yet. The pandemic has retarded all the process too, and here we are in June 2020, not ready to make a show, but with an EP and a full-length album published worldwide. Well, time will tell what's next for us. I recently discovered a Polish doom metal band called Dope Lords. Their music is amazing. This has not been a source of inspiration for our music since I discovered the band after producing the album, but it's now an inspiration on where I'd like our music to go. Another band I discovered during the last year is a Japanese metal band called Ningen Isu. These three guys are running since more than 30 years and are an institution in Japan. Their last album is just jaw-breaking. Ningen Isu is a kind of Japanese Black Sabbath with, of course, a little Asian color that I really appreciate. Otherwise, I listen to a lot of bands such as Electric Wizard, Sleep, Hackin', but also local bands here in Quebec such as Octoplot, Fudge, and Galaxy. Well, the whole plan is to rehearse, get ready to gig, and to do more and more doom metal and Gregorian chants for the delight of our fans all around the world. Out there.